Alrighty then. I am going to start here in a little bit. I just want to, um, I'm not even sure if people are going to be on, but we are going to do it anyway. You know what I didn't do last time is that people were trying to join and I was live and I did not let them in, which is no fun. So it looks like I am live and I am just going to wait a few more minutes until people arrive, right? And we are going to Mother's Day training, sales attraction system, and the AC is on and I don't want it on because I am going to be cold. I see someone in here. Please share with me where you're calling in from and where you're located in the beautiful world today on Mother's Day. And are you here for the training? Because I am going to be doing a sales attraction system training today. And the reason why it's so valuable, we're going to talk about all these amazing things today. So go ahead and type in the chat where you are calling from, who you are, what's your name. Allow viewers to send your request to join your broadcast. No viewers to invite yet. Share video live. Share live video. No, try sharing your live video with friends or in a group to build an audience. Ooh. So let's say I do this and I go to, where is, okay. All right. Happy Mother's Day, Olga. Olga's always showing up. She's amazing. Love you. I hope you're having an amazing Mother's Day. I do know that today is going to be a really interesting day to do a training on. However, I always believe that people get sent to you during the time that you probably need their support the most. So I'm glad you're here with me. I am going to wait a little bit longer before I actually start, and just to take a look and see what else is going on and if there's anyone else that's going to go ahead and join us. See, there's someone that just joined just now. And if I hadn't had my other phone on, I wouldn't have seen it. So it's amazing. Hey, Olga. And what is your plans today? Anything fun? Did you get to leave? Did you get to go see some family members? Let me know. So I can do, let me take a look. Oh, I can do this, and then I can go PHI invite, right? Cool. See, look at that. I just invited somebody. I've never done that before. Oh, you're by the pool. I'm so jealous. Oh, so mad. Someone just joined. Go ahead and say hello, whoever's there with us. Is it Fia is on here? My daughter's name is Fia too. Her name is Sophia, but her nickname is Fia because my oldest daughter couldn't enunciate her S's. I'm so jealous you're by the pool. I miss being in the pool. I don't think we're going to be able to go to the pool this summer because of the coronavirus. So I'm kind of disappointed about that. All right, you know what? I am going to go ahead and start. And I'm going to make this as fast as I can so that everyone can just go back to Mother's Day. So today I am going to talk about my amazing sales attraction system that I'm just ramping and raving about, right? And the reason why I'm so passionate about this is because this really helps people in their business and really creates for an increased sales, increased clientele, and it really makes everything so much easier for people, right? People in business, makes it easier for people who have a passion and a purpose, and they just don't know how to go about doing business. They don't know how to market themselves. They don't know how to attract these ideal clients. They don't have a sales attraction that is set for their business. And they're out here creating programs and courses, but no one is buying. There's crickets, right? And I am here to bridge that gap for you. So today we are going to talk about that. So you are in the right place if you're not sure how to package your gifts, how to market yourself. Are you struggling with the imposter syndrome, sharing your gifts, worried about what people say, all of these terrible things that kind of keep you paralyzed from moving forward in your online business. And if you are one of those and you are in the right place, how about if you're learning a ton from different gurus but don't know which works best for your business, and you really don't know which way to go? Should I build an email list first, right? Should I do these random lives? Do I create a Facebook community? Do I create a website? Do I create a schedule link so people can schedule calls with me? So many different things. Do I write a book? Do I start a podcast? What do I do, right? As an entrepreneur, it's really confusing, like what route to take. What's that first 3 steps, right? And a lot of the times we take the 7th step, the 8th step, and we're never taking the first 3 steps, which is the foundational parts of our business, which really leaves us at a place where we're not making money, right? We're working so hard, but we're not getting clients in the door and we're not making any kind of cash flow. So if you feel that way, then I have an answer for you. I can actually help you simplify that, and that is a part of the sales attraction system. So it is something really dear to my heart, because once I figured out the sales attraction system, I have literally turned my business completely around. And now I found a new sense of confidence, just like, oh man, I've been looking for this golden nugget my entire career of entrepreneurship, my entire career going through so many programs and courses and so many things that just no one tells you straight to the point, the fucking nugget, right? This is the fucking thing you need to do to make money. This is it. This right here is it. And everyone else says, build a funnel, build this, do that, create a book, do all of these extra things that isn't income producing, right? I see another person jump in here. Go ahead and type in the chat your name and where you are from. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for being here with me this afternoon. So the biggest problem I've had is that too many gurus are giving us information that just gives them more money, right? Hey, you got to do the sales funnel. Do the sales funnel and get the sales funnel from me, right? It's an extra $99, an extra this amount. Use my affiliate link, right? And these different things are just components to further their own business. Never is it really straight to the point. This is what you have to do to build a sales attraction system. And it's frustrating because we are out here desperate for that golden nugget. We're desperate to know that information, and we're literally dying. We're running out of capital. We're running out of time. We're running out of motivation and inspiration. We're doubting ourselves. Hi, Fia. How are you? St. Martin. Love it. Welcome to the group. Super excited to have you here. If you're an online entrepreneur, you're in the right place. So excited to have you here. And when you're running out of time, you are pretty much spreading yourself thin. And then the next thing you know, you have to look for a job, right? Or let's say you are already at that job that you just dread, and you just continue to see coworkers and bosses that you hate. And I know I was once there. I would clock in at 8 o'clock in the morning, hating the people I worked with, hating it, checked out. My manager knew I was checked out. She knew I was doing so many other things. This is the time when I was writing my book, and I talked about it on my social media that I was writing a book, and I could tell They didn't like that. They didn't like that I was doing other things besides my job. Well, I mean, yes, I was working the job. However, I wasn't going to be stuck at that job, and I feel like they felt, damn, I wish I could be doing something like that too. Because I don't like this job either. I don't like having to deal with the bullshit, right? And so today I want to talk to you guys about the sales attraction system. So if you're an entrepreneur and you have no sales coming in, or maybe you have a few sales here and there, but you don't know where your next sale is going to come from, you're in the best place. So a little bit about myself before we jump into the training, just so you know who I am. My name is Maria. I am your online business strategist. I'm an author, podcaster. I am an amazing networker, right? I have a Facebook group here. I have another Facebook group Olga's a part of. Olga, woot woot. Podcasting for Women in Business. That's a really huge community. And I'm blessed to be in a position where I support women across the world, across the world in Canada, people in London, across the country, people in Indiana. I got off the phone with a client yesterday in Chicago. Love my job, love the career and the kind of support I can give now to women, because I decided to continue and be persistent in my entrepreneurship journey. So since you are here, you're doing the same thing. Congratulations. I am in a loving, amazing relationship with my baby daddy. Okay. He is my husband, partner of 7 years. We have 2 healthy, happy children. Most importantly, guys, we are making a decent lifestyle considering we are in the pandemic, right? We are in the quarantine season, but we are not struggling. And we were able to create this kind of lifestyle because we stepped into this. We stepped into coaching, right? We stepped into being of service. So I'm super excited to have you guys here. But my life wasn't always like this. My journey started back in 2007. I started my first business when I'd recently graduated college. From there, I used the law of attraction and manifested $50,000. Okay, $50,000 at about 21, 22 years old. And I live in Las Vegas, so I blew that money. Okay, that money was gone in 6 months. Money is gone. I was not ready for that responsibility. I wasn't mature enough to take care of what I needed to take care of. And I didn't know any kind of business tactics. I was 21, straight from college. Somehow $50,000 fell into my lap thanks to the law of attraction. And then I really saw the bottom pits of my life after that. I got my apartment repossessed, my car repossessed. I had to live on my cousin's couch. And then I was in the bottom depths of my life. I contemplated, probably having to move back to my parents' house because I just could not believe the change in my life. I had the woe is me mindset, right? How do I create this kind of lifestyle? How did I, out of nowhere, had a flourishing academic career, then graduated with the mindset of I can take on the world, then manifested $50,000 at 21, 22, then lost it all in 6 months. How did I do this, right? So high, then a very, very, very low for about a year. And luckily my cousin let me sleep on the couch, rentless, helped me out. Super thankful for that, because without that, I don't know if I could have strapped on my boots and got back to work, right? So what did I do? I went back to work. I had to find a job. I wasn't in the mind frame of being an entrepreneur yet. I was young. I needed to know the responsibility of that. I needed to know how to be responsible of other people, of myself, of just being smart in terms of planning shit out, right? And looking at the risk and reward. Didn't know shit about that. So I had to learn that through getting a job, right? I worked for a multi-million, well-known hospitality management company that had locations across the globe. positioned myself as the youngest executive in the company. Really cool job for someone that was single, made a ton of money. However, I had debt for my job, my previous company that I started and failed. I had to dump a ton of my money to paying that debt off. Had the status though, I had the status of, ooh, she works there, red carpet all over the place, right? Anybody knew that I was associated with that organization, I was treated as such, and it was a great feeling. However, I was overworked, 15-hour days. I managed a team of employees that was just overwhelming to do. I didn't have a family at the time, and I really craved that. I really craved a regular job where I would come in at 8, leave at 5, and I had the rest of my night to myself. That's literally what I craved. So I made a decision after I paid off all of that terrible debt that I had accrued through that failed business. I went and made a career change into business coaching. And after that, after I took on that huge change into business coaching, I worked for them for several years and learned all the techniques, systems to grow your business. We helped clients attain millions and millions of dollars. We turned around some terrible business strategies and implemented some amazing systems for them to create wealth, right? And we helped our clients achieve an amazing lifestyle through a set of systems. But not only do I stand by the systems, but I also stand by the support that these clients needed any given moment of their business transactions. And that is really what business coaching is about. You can buy systems all you want, but if you don't have that support system to actually help you during those times where it's like, fuck, I don't know what to tell this client. I'm going through some shit my own self. How do I relieve this energy and go into this transaction with a wealthy mindset, right? With a positive attitude, without the bullshit in my head, and I can actually be of service. And that is literally the point of coaching. That was what the bread and butter was when it came to coaching. Coaching is made for when you're in the dumps and when you feel shitty about shit. Coaching is there to support you in it, right? You can buy all the systems in the world, you can buy all the programs, you can implement those programs, but on a daily basis, in order for you to show up, you need to have a strong mindset. And that is what us as coaching consultants, that is what we provided for them. And that's how it made a huge difference in their business. So one of the mistakes that I see entrepreneurs make, right? So now I'm here before you guys. Now I've taken all of my expertise. I've learned so much about business coaching. I've helped a ton of clients achieve millions and millions of dollars through my amazing business coaching organization that I've gained so much experience from. But now I'm here in front of you guys as a business strategist, an online business strategist. And now I'm taking all of that and giving that all back to you guys, right? So one of the things that entrepreneurs make, the mistakes that they do make, is that they go into business for themselves. They have their audience in mind, right? They have their product and services, and they're out here like, okay, I got my program, I created my modules, right? We're on Teachable every day. We're on Thinkific. Is that how you say it? Thinkific. It sounds weird. We're on these different platforms. We're fine-tuning our modules, making sure it resonates with us, right? And when we go out to sell it, no one is there. No one's there to buy it. No one is there to say, yes, here's my credit card. This is what I want. This is what I've been looking for my whole life. No one is there. And it's just crickets everywhere. Time and time again, launch after launch, I see a ton of entrepreneurs do this. And I'm actually responsible for doing the same thing. In my entrepreneurship journey, I've done this. I've done the launch after launch, the creating the modules, creating things that maybe people might want, and then no results, no monetary results. And what does that mean? That means that we are doing the wrong things, right? Creating products and services is great. Knowing your audience is great. But if you don't have a strong marketing strategy, a strong marketing message, then that means the course program that you created is really pointless. You don't have anyone to sell it to, right? So I always like to coach my clients to know and understand what people are buying, right? So the missing component is not having a strong marketing message. And not having a strong marketing message really creates for a hole in your business, right? There is pieces to this whole thing. You're building a car, right? Let's say you're building this car, your car is the business. You have your wheels, 4 wheels, right? You got your windows, you got your engine, you got your steering wheel, right? But you're missing that one thing to make the car go. And you don't know what that is until someone says, "Hey, where's your gasoline?" Right? Where's your gasoline for your vehicle? Well, maybe that's why your car's not going, because you don't got no gasoline in the vehicle, right? But this whole time you're worried about putting your windows up, getting the wheels on, putting the engine together, making it all pretty with some like nice paint on it, right? Maybe putting some hydraulics if you like to roll like that. But no one sat and said, "Hey, where's the gasoline at?" Right? We work on the wrong things. We work on them to the point where we don't even look at the bigger picture and say, well, if the car needs to go, we need to put some fucking gas in it. Same thing for your business. What is missing? If you look beyond what you're looking at, what you've been working on day in and day out, and you take a step back, what is missing in your business? What is missing? Do you have a strong marketing strategy? Do you know how to speak to your audience, right? Do you have a community around your brand's products and services? Do you have a strong lead attraction system? Do you have these things in place? And are you doing activities that are income producing? I always wonder that. Do entrepreneurs think, is this an income producing activity, or am I just fucking dicking around? I don't think entrepreneurs think that way. I don't think they think, okay, if I write this book, is this income producing right now in my business? Is this going to make me money tomorrow? Or is it going to be a year later, then you can sell your $12.99 book after you've marketed yourself for however long you've marketed yourself for, right? So whenever we think about, all right, what is the missing component? It's always going to have to be an income producing activity. And what are considered income producing activity? Lead generation, right? You drumming up leads in every possible place you have eyeballs. Lead generation, right? Lead generation, generate leads. Go out there, be visible, deliver value. Be visible and deliver value. This is income generating. When you are stuck in front of your laptop and you're just typing away because you're trying to create a module, that is not income generating. That is a time waster. You think you're being productive, but really you're just wasting another hour, another day, not making sales. Okay, so, and I'm so passionate about this because these are one of the things that people consume themselves with. Entrepreneurs, they consume themselves with trying to create this website. Like, fuck the website. Be visible and deliver value. Every fucking place you can. Do it on Facebook. Do it on Instagram. Do it on Twitter. Go live on YouTube. You'd be surprised how many people actually watch you live on YouTube. I've done it. And random people will watch me, and I've got a ton of engagement. All because I am visible and I deliver value. Do these, right? Deliver value. Create and attract the leads that you are searching for. Hey, come and find me. My name is Maria Henderson. I'm an online entrepreneur. I help female entrepreneurs to create their sales attraction system, to increase sales, and to deliver value. If you're interested in that, come and find me, right? Those kind of activities are income producing. Now, if you're trying to write a book, perfect, but you have to work on income producing activities, especially when you are starting your business off. Okay? Creating these modules is just a waste of time. I did it myself. I did a ton of modules on Teachable. No one bought that, right? Nobody knew about it. No one knew me. So you have to be visible, deliver value. Be visible, deliver value. Okay. So the missing component in not having a strong marketing strategy is not knowing what people buy, right? Do you know what people buy? Do you know? I have one person in here. Type in the chat. Do you know what people buy? All right. If you don't know, and maybe you have an idea, I'll share with you the 5 things people buy. People will buy saving time, right? Do you have a blueprint that'll save them time, right? Whatever that looks like. How do I make money in less time, right? How do I create a car in less time? Are you the person to sell me that? Do you have that manual that I can actually just implement? And then we got the car in a day versus me having to learn trial and error myself after 6 months. People buy saving time. People buy popularity. People want to be likable. It's shallow, but it's the truth. People want to see people do makeup. I know I didn't. I wanted to know how to do my eyebrows. For the longest time, I had to watch a ton of fucking eyebrow gurus draw eyebrows on themselves until I got it, because I wanted popular looking eyebrows, some good looking eyebrows, right? People love popularity. People love, being known, liked, and trust. Do you offer that? Do you know how to be more popular? Do you have that for people so that they can consume it from you? People, that's number 3, people buy making money. Right? You got to think, what do people stay up at night for? Fuck. I have a $50,000 fucking debt under my belt. How the fuck am I going to pay that off? Shit. Fuck, Maria's on in my fucking Instagram, right? Talking about sales. She's selling money. I sell money, guys. I sell how to make money, right? How to create a sales attraction system so you can generate income. People stay up at night for the things that worry them, stress them the fuck out, right? They feel fearful. They feel afraid. They feel like they're losing something. People will buy making money, systems that make money, right? Love. People buy love. Fuck, my wife is cheating on me. She's gone right now. I don't know how to make my life better. I don't know how to make my marriage work better. How do I create love in my life? How do I create love in our lives together so she can be home and not cheat on me anymore? Create that connection. People buy love, guys. People stay up at night because they are not feeling that kind of love and connection. People buy that. So sell that shit, okay? Last thing people buy is health, fitness, wellness, right? People buy feeling good, knowing that they are doing exercise that make them feel healthy, or let's say they have a gout, right? They need help with that. They have an ulcer. How do I remove this ulcer? How do I do holistic remedies for this ulcer? People buy health and wellness and fitness. Okay, So number one, people buy saving time. Number two, people buy popularity. Number three, people buy making money. Number four, people buy love, happiness, connection, right? And number five, people buy health, fitness, wellness, exercise, those kind of niches where you either consume something or you do an activity, right? Those are the things that people buy. Now, there are subsequent things. Like I think one is, I am an entrepreneur in industry of trading and multiply your streams of income via building a team on and off charts. So Fia, you sell money. You sell making money. And I think you probably even sell saving time, right? Because then you're teaching them how to trade. Chat, let me know if I'm right about that. So that's what I think. You're definitely selling making money. And then I also think you're selling saving time. Okay, because you probably educate them on how to trade, right? How multiply your streams of income via building a team. See? And then you also hire on a team. So perfect. So that's really cool. Then that means you know how to market to those people who don't have time to fucking learn the ways, the ins and outs on their own, right? You have to market yourself in a way where it's like, this is how you make money, right? You want extra income? Here it is. You want an extra $10,000 in 30 days? Here it is. This is my method here. This is go right here, click the link. This is how you make 10K in 30 days. This is how you make 15K in 60 days. Whatever the tagline is, always, if you're going to sell money, you have to match it with a dollar amount for people to see it, feel it, right? Ooh, 10K in 30 days, that could really help me out, right? That could pay off like my credit cards. I could be on top of the world for the next 30 days, right? Always put it with your marketing message should always be connected to an amount. Okay, 10K in 30 days, maybe 15K in 60 days. Think about that. Think about putting a number and then a time frame to it. 30, 60, 90 days, whatever have you. 12 months from now, you could be a 100K earner, right? So are you in multi-level marketing? Is that MLM? Let me know. Because then it says here, via building a team on and off the charts. So you're building a team, meaning you're hiring on associates, right? That sounds to me that this is like a thing where you buy into, you hire on associates, and then you make money off of that. I actually have a method for selling as a multi-level marketer so that you can hire on more associates, and then you can actually start exploding your income as a multi-level marketer. Because I had a client, she sells health and wellness items. She sells health and wellness, right? But she also sells making money opportunities because she's in multi-level marketing. And we figured out that she makes more money as she hires on more associates under her belt. And we figured out an amazing marketing tactic for her to hire more associates, attract the ideal associate for her. And we figured out that since she's in health and wellness, she would work best with physicians, right? Doctors, nurses, anybody that's in the medical field that's looking to make money outside of that. So professionals, service workers and professionals was her demographic. Okay, so Fia's saying, yes, I am in multi-level marketing. I do hire on associates. Okay, cool. So to be clear in your message, you have to have a strong title of who you are. So one of the easy recipes I use for what I teach my clients is to use a very easy, understandable statement, right? So for me, I am a online business strategist, right? I help online entrepreneurs position themselves to increase sales and become profitable. And for this woman who is like a fitness coach, I always like to say, this is the recipe you use to identify who you are, for people to understand how you can help them, and what they can get from you. Okay. I help women go from blank to blank. I am a blank expert, right? So an example of that would be I help women go from slobs to sexy and fit. I am a fitness coach. Another example would be I help men go from down and out to thriving and attracting their dream relationships. I'm a dating coach. Okay. Another one, I help entrepreneurs go from confused to broke to confident and profitable business owners. I am a business development coach, right? So for you, anyone that wants to learn how to trade or make extra income, yeah, there you go. So I help entrepreneurs go from broke to excellent online trading, something like that. I'm a online trading expert. I don't know what you call yourself. Type in the chat. Maybe we can brainstorm some things together while you're on here. Okay, so one of the things to avoid being desperate as an entrepreneur, right? You want to avoid being desperate. And the reason why we become desperate as entrepreneurs is because we don't know how to attract consistent leads into our business. And one of the things about having consistent leads into your business is you need to understand the sales attraction system. You need to be able to develop a sales attraction system. So for example, Fia, my client who is in multi-level marketing, she figured out a way to attract her ideal associates, right? The profile of the person who she wants to have as an associate under her business. We talked about how a physician would be the best target, someone who is a professional who is currently working in the medical industry because they want to further their health and wellness for their patients, right? Because she sells supplements, dietary things like pills, shakes, I think like recipes to make things at home. So we figured out that her ideal client is that physician, that medical professional, someone that wants to be still helping out patients, but in their own terms, right? For you, you got to think about, who is my ideal client? Is my ideal client entrepreneurs? Are they female and male? Are they only female and male? Do I only want to help female or male? Or do I want to help out both genders? Do I want to help out people who are not working right now? Do I want to help people who are working right now? And if they are working, what industry would they be in? Are they bankers? Are they people in the medical field, just like this lady? Are they hospitality industry? Are they bloggers, podcasters? You got to think about the demographic that you are targeting. Because when you target all of it, then your message is going to fall off. You don't know how to talk to the right person. You are talking in broad terms, so it's not really emotion conveying, right? Because you want to convey emotion. You want to create that. You got to remember, what do people stay up at night for? If you're selling money, people are staying up at night because they are in debt. Right? People wonder, fuck, I have a $50,000 debt, credit card debt. How the fuck do I pay this off? Right? You have to think about those people when they are staying up at night and stress the fuck out. How do you market to that? Right? How do you market and touch that person where they're like, Fia, I need to buy from Fia. Fia has a solution. She's the person that can help me. Right? You have to think about it in that way where you're not selling, I give this example of, you're not selling vitamins, the things that make you feel good. You're selling things that make you that really like bandage up the wound. Like you're selling Vicodin, right? You're going to sell Valium. People are looking for Tylenol, right? They're not trying to look for things that make them feel good. They're looking for things that are solving their current problem. Okay, so you have to look at your marketing message where, how do I sell Vicodin to this person? This person is staying up at night because they are stressed out financially. How do I pull at their heartstrings and say, I work in the medical field, and anybody, both male and female, they can be in any field once they are willing to break a generational curse. Okay, so you are targeting people who have a generational curse. Maybe a generational curse in terms of wealth and abundance, right? Maybe a generational curse of health and longevity, no clue. So I want to know more about the generational curse, and why are we targeting the people with the generational curse? Is that something that lands for you specifically? Is that like a story that you tell, which is great, because then that actually goes into my coaching. I talk about how to relay yourself as a storyteller, right? Like right now, you've been listening to me and I'm telling you a story where you're like, okay, you know my background, right? You know who I am. Hopefully you do. I don't know if you jumped in halfway, but you know that the way I talk is this way, right? I might drop a few F-bombs, and then I'm very straight to the point. So maybe the generational curse is maybe hits home for you, and maybe it's a part of your story, which is great. Keep that up, because that means you are sharing a part of yourself that allows vulnerability. Now, when you are an entrepreneur, you do want to be vulnerable and you want to share that part of yourself, because then those people who have the same kind of generational curse can feel that from you and can say, hey, Thea is doing it. And if she can do it, I too can do it, right? And if she has a generational curse or has this kind of background similar to mine, I can do it too. So great. I'm glad that you touched on the generational curse. That's huge. So you're already kind of, you're stepping in the right position in terms of selling your story. So perfect. Now, when you are in developing your sales attraction system, you want to not come off desperate. And being desperate is really going into every possible interaction with a potential client with a closed fist. And what that means is that you are almost pushing your products and services on the person, right? You are going into it with a level of, again, that feeling of a generational curse, bringing back up that pattern, coming back up for you. But when you are not desperate, your hands are open. You're saying, this is what I can do for you. This is the business I render. If you want to be a part of it, my hands are open. We can do business, right? But if you're desperate and you get maybe 1 or 2 leads a week, or if that, your hands are closed because you don't have a sales attraction system. You don't know when the next lead's going to come, where they're going to come from, right? So thousands of dollars are left on the table when you are coming from that desperate place, because that client, that potential client, will feel that from you. They'll feel it from you. The way you speak will come off all desperate. Your mannerism is going to be desperate. How you respond to them will be desperate. And any interaction to and from, before and after, is going to spiel of that desperate feeling, right? Also, not having a sales attraction makes you look like you're not polished. Like you don't know what you're doing. You're almost kind of fumbling through your words. You don't have the right things to say. You don't have different frame of works where it's like, okay, if I'm talking to a female medical professional who is a nurse, this is the things I say. If I'm talking to a male practitioner, these are the things I say. Having those kind of things already systemized for you and prepared makes you polished. But if you're desperate, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking more on, where am I going to get my next lead from? Right? Who am I going to sell to? Where do I get them? Where are they? And you're just not thinking like a 6-figure earner, and you're not thinking like an actual productive and successful entrepreneur. So don't be desperate. And how do you not be desperate? Yeah, Maria, like, come on, get to the fucking juice. How the fuck do you not get desperate, right? All right, let me get to the point. So how to not be desperate is that you want to be visible, okay? You want to be in front of people. You want to showcase your talents. You want to showcase these opportunities that you have via, you have a business opportunity for people to make money, right? So are you visible now? Are you doing things that you can actually talk to people, showcase to them what your opportunities look like, how it's like to work with you, how it's like to talk to you, how do you deliver and convey your own message? Are you visible right now? Type in the chat, let me know. So the ways to generate leads is to be visible and deliver value, right? Be visible and deliver value. When I say deliver value, I'm not saying, hey, this is what I can do. Click the link and let's talk. No, I'm saying give them advice, give them some strategies that they can implement into your business, into their own business or life, right? Let's say as an entrepreneur, you figured out that time management is huge and that you've become more productive now as a entrepreneur. And now you have a system in place where you use your time wisely. I would go on live and say, this is what I do. I use my time wisely. I have a business of my own and I make an impact in my community. And how I make an impact in my community while I'm working as a medical professional, while I run a family household and I'm a mom of X, Y, and Z, and a wife and a daughter and all of these. I manage my time efficiently, and I'm going to share with you how I efficiently manage my time, right? That is delivering value because you're teaching people how to manage their time. You're teaching them how does she do it all, right? How does she run her side hustle? How does she run her career? How does she run her family? How does she maintain self-care, still be sane through all of it, right? You are going to talk about how do you manage your time, but you're also talking about your business, right? So I was talking to this client today. She's a potential person that wants to do business with me. Oh, if you guys didn't know, I do X, Y, and Z. If you're interested, click the link below. However, back to what I was talking about, I manage my time so well because I keep a journal, I keep a calendar, I have a digital calendar, whatever have you, right? That's an example of you delivering value, but then you're also sprinkling in a little bit of what you do, right? So that people will say, I heard her say she does a business. What's that? Right? People will get that curiosity, right? The thing with people is that people are not, they don't like to be force-fed something. People want to, they almost want to be teased. It's so stupid, but it's almost like you have to be like, here it is, but it's gone. Right? Here's a little golden nugget, but it's gone. And then it's like the person's brain will be like, let me see that golden nugget again. Tell me about that golden nugget. I want to know about that golden nugget. And when you are playing in that way where you're not desperate and you're delivering value again, right? You're delivering value, you're creating community, and you're not desperate. Your hands are open. Hey, this is the opportunity. If you want to work with me, let's do it. Let's talk about it. If you don't, no biggie. Take my time management tidbits and see if it works for you, right? So it's really interesting how that works. So you have to almost be tactical in how you approach showcasing your business, right? You don't want to be all out with it, but you want to showcase everything outside of it. Meaning, what do you do to run a successful business? You have to be on top of your shit. You have to hold yourself accountable. You need to be creative in how you generate leads. You need to be confident, right? You need to be certain that your product and service generates the said promise, whatever the promise is that you have. Fia, thank you. Appreciate that. So That is literally like the key. Like, you don't want to give yourself away too much, but you also want to showcase your talents in terms of conveying your message that you are someone that they can relate to, right? That you are a mom just like me, or that you are an ambitious female entrepreneur just like me. I can relate to you. I want to work with people like me. I want to work with female entrepreneurs who are ambitious, who are relinquishing of themselves of the generational curse, because just like me, I have a generational curse as well. My mom is a housekeeper for 20 years, lived minimum wage, figured out how to skate under the safety zone and went into retirement. But I wanted more than that. And I'm breaking through that glass ceiling now. And that's why when you said that, you could tell that it touched me a little bit, right? I kind of spent a little time on the generational curse thing, because people really like to feel that they can relate to you, just like me, just like you, right? So think about that and how you deliver value. Are you visible now in your community? Type in the chat, let me know. So one of the cool things about this whole thing is that I'm actually doing a 30-day, and my coaching programs are usually 90 days, and I'm doing a shorter time frame for the COVID-19 environment. So if you are interested in knowing more about that, it is 30 days, and then I help you with gaining your sales attraction system so that you can generate leads. If you do want to chat via off this live, go ahead and book the link where there's a calendar where you and I can talk next week, if you are looking to take this offline. So in my sales attraction system, I teach online entrepreneurs how to position themselves where you get more eyeballs in front of you, right? More eyeballs in front of you. I also coach on how to be visible in a sense where you're not pushing down your products and services, but you are trickling it in, just like how I gave you that example of time management, right? How do you juggle everything while doing all these other things? That is what I teach in my course. I teach my clients how to display your talents, right? Talking to people, community, creating community around your brand, products, and services. I don't go all out. I'm actually shy, but want to get out of that bubble. Yes, so I also do a challenge where in my coaching program, I challenge my clients to be visible, right? To do these things, right? And then we go in and we talk about that. We talk about, well, what are you afraid of with visibility, right? What's terrifying you? Because years ago, trust me, I was that same person. I was awful. I was terrified of sharing anything, right? I noticed that whenever I talk about stories, I'd welt up and be in tears because I would feel that emotion so much, and I would lose my train of thought. I would stumble over my words. I wouldn't figure out how to complete my whole thought. And then next thing you know, I would just shut down and leave. Like, why did I even try? But you know what? Practice comes perfection, right? Practice, practice, practice. I've done these lives a million times. And if, today, for example, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this training because it's Mother's Day. People are busy. They're not going to be on here. And I had to make an executive decision. Do I keep myself accountable? And do I still provide and offer value? Or do I just break my commitment because it's a holiday, right? And as a leader, as an entrepreneur, I needed to show up. I had to make a decision, right? Do I just show up and look, we have one person in here, and I know, and you know, that this connection is something that maybe you got value, maybe you didn't, but I sure as hell got value, right? I love doing these because I know I'm showing up for my community, right? And there's the replay, right? #replay. But I had a decision to make. Do I show up even if maybe one, two, three people will be there, or maybe zero people will watch. And things, those kind of conversations with people who haven't really done this, who hasn't practiced being visible and getting over the fear and rejection of that, if you're not used to it, you probably wouldn't have shown up, right? You wouldn't have came in here and delivered your value. But I feel like I think that there's something bigger than myself, right? There's more to this than me. I have a job. You know, my responsibility is I'm going to share what I know. I'm going to share and make impacts in people that need it. I believe that the universe brings people into our lives because we need it the most, right? And I even wrote that in one of my emails that I submitted like 30 minutes before this call, this training. I did a huge email blast to my email list, and I said, hey, there's a training. It's at 2:00. If y'all are busy, no biggie. If you guys can make it, awesome. I believe that the universe will bring people to me because you probably needed the information. You know, maybe you needed the support. Maybe you needed to hear these words, and you're here. And I love that. Thank you so much for being here. Kudos to you. I know that you probably have so many other things to do, right? But it was kind of like, should I show up or should I not? Right? And it's okay that if one person's watching, you know, throughout the duration of this live, people were in and out. But I could not let people who have busy lives take away from the purpose I have, which is delivering value. I take my own coaching into advice. I take that whole, everything I tell myself, I do it my own way, my own self. I put it in my own, actions. I show up, I am visible, and I deliver value, even if it's just one person, because that one person is going to leave this training today feeling like they have more clarity. They have more understanding of what that next step is for them, what things need to be tweaked in their business, right? You have more of an understanding of how to approach your potential clients. Now that we talked about one of those multi-level marketing clients I have about her health and wellness fitness MLM thing she does, she has more of an ideal client. Now you can think about who your ideal client is. So I love the universe because they really show up for you in ways that you never think. And this is just a complete blessing, I think. So I'm actually going to order sushi after this for Mother's Day. And I'm going to have like a late lunch dinner, because I think right now it's about 3 my time. So I'm super excited again to be able to connect with you. If you do want to take this offline and want to know more about the 30-day coaching that I'm offering for the COVID-19 environment, let me know. Book a call with me. I have some appointments available next week, but book it as soon as you can, because a ton of my spots are filling up quickly. I think I have like 2 spots tomorrow, so try to book that. Otherwise, have an amazing Mother's Day. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great Sunday afternoon. Bye, Thea.